Hey y'all, it's time for Couch Conversations, and today we're talking all about self love and loving yourself. It's gonna be good. So get on the couch, it's Couch Conversations. So get on the couch, get you a blanket like me, and let's chill and let's talk all about self love. So, when talking about self love, self love is defined as having a high regard for yourself and your well being, as well as your own happiness. Loving yourself is one of the best things that you could ever do for you. When you genuinely love yourself, it shows others how to love you at the same time because you're setting that standard for how you want to be loved and how you want to be treated. Loving yourself is a factor in the level of reciprocation that you receive. I see it all the time, often where people who don't love themselves struggle with self doubt because they don't believe in themselves that they can win or accomplish something. So when you carry that mindset, it's easy for people like that to become comfortable with other people tearing them down because they do it to themselves. But if you think highly of you as an individual, the love that you have for yourself can make you so full of love that that same love is presented in everything that you do. For me, I love to love on my people. And my people know that I love hard. Okay. My people know that I love hard because it's easy for me to do that because I love having the feeling of winning. And that all started with a place of creating that sense of happiness, peace, joy, and stability for myself. So, when there's any way that I can defend, protect, support, encourage, inspire, and empower my people to love themselves just as much as I love me and them back, I do it all for that. And I say this a lot, especially when talking about self care and self love, but I really do mean it. You can't be anything to anyone else if you aren't everything to yourself first. I love my people. Oh my gosh, I love them to an extent that is unexplainable. But I also enjoy and love my quiet time as well because it gives me time to just kind of reset from being everyone's lifesaver, everybody's hero, everybody's angel or saint, and all of those high things and titles to just being me, to chill, not filtered, and taking the time to have me to myself. Loving yourself is acknowledging your strengths and using that as an advantage for success. Loving yourself is not tearing yourself down regarding your weaknesses, but still using them to learn and do better. Loving yourself is celebrating your success, even if it's not important to anyone else, if it's not significant to anyone else. Doesn't matter. If it's a success to you, then you celebrate that. Here's a good one. Loving yourself is distancing yourself from toxic people and situations that are tearing your mental health apart. It had to be said. Loving yourself is moving on from certain people when you're noticing that you're going in a season that they can't go with you. Cutting people off doesn't mean that you hate them. It just means that you have found a greater level of respect for yourself. Loving yourself is doing something that makes you happy. And lastly, loving yourself is setting boundaries. And even to the point that I just brought up about distancing yourself from toxic people and the situations that are tearing your mental health apart, I knew I loved myself for real when I made decisions that were best for me with no regrets. And I wasn't worried about other people's opinions. I had to put an end to a friendship this year that I knew wasn't going to benefit me for what I'm focused on in my life right now. And if it costs your peace, it is not worth it whatsoever. So let's talk about how to build self-love. Number one, I will say, is having confidence in yourself. There's going to be people who can't stand you, can't stand your personality, can't stand to see how other people love you because they've put up their own perception about you based on what they have heard or through other people who also don't like you. There's going to be all kind of stuff and people who try to do different things and shoot their bullets. But how you choose to handle all of that starts with your mindset and how you see yourself as a person and individual. How to build self love. Being okay with not pleasing people. I mean, you're not going to be able to please everybody. You got to learn how to follow your heart while using your brain. You got to. You can't keep explaining yourself when people are only focused on the level of their perception, because living to the expectations of other people will wipe you out. Okay? It will wipe you out. Because here you are trying to please people for a certain thing, and you're throwing your life in the garbage for someone else. And you don't even know who you are anymore. Like, that's not okay. I'm not going to elaborate as much on this one because I have talked about it so much on the channel, especially this year, 2022. But building self-love, taking time for you. Y'all know how I feel about self-love. It is so important to relax and treat yourself, period. I kind of brought this up earlier, but building self-love could also be distancing yourself from unnecessary, high maintenance, toxic people or situations, and also setting boundaries for yourself. Building self-love, do what you love. For me, y'all know that's easy for me. Music, spa night, hanging with my favorite people, that brings me so much joy. Another way to build self-love is self-reflection and evaluation. What better way to love yourself than to know who you are as a person and what makes you happy? This journey of self-love is so beautiful. It's like an ocean. You just ride the wave, and with every new wave is a new level of uncovering the layers of you that make you who you are as a person. Listen, I hope you all enjoyed our couch conversation today about self-love. I hope that y'all have been enjoying Couch Conversations. This is episode 3 and it's going good so far. You never know what good topics we have, so stay tuned. I love this new segment as another platform to inspire, to encourage, and to empower and uplift. It's been special, so thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next Couch Conversation because that's going to be a good one as well. I mean, everyone's going to be a good one, but y'all know what I mean. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Have a great night.